Hello YouTubers, friends, subscribers. Just a little update on where I've got to. I've got that wall framed in. That wall framed in. Now I'm getting ready to start on that wall there, around the windows, and around that window. You can see everything else. They're going through some materials and stuff like that. Tools. I use an air nail gun, and my saws and stuff. Sit back and enjoy. Well, everybody, I don't know if you could see this area over here. I know the camera's going to dog out this roof the way it goes. I just knocked out one of the beams that went down. Instead of just making it complicated and trying to put a bookshelf or something like in there, I'm just going to do away with it. You just have one straight wall down to it, and then I'm going to frame straight across so it matches up with the windows, and trying to get a better shot so the camera don't blur out. But I have nothing to seal that in there. Right in here, there's one little piece of wood that goes across. I think it's like on every other one. So I got to frame around the window. Trying to get the camera working. Okay, maybe there you can see it better. Frame all that out. I'm gonna take all the wood strips out. There's no plan in it. Like I said, I'm not a professional at this, but I do know how to make do. And that's what you'll be seeing me do, just framing it out piece by piece today. And remember, if you see the video, it's already done. I mean, all advice is always welcome, but I'm not going to go tear a whole wall back down. I will make sure it's structurally sound and good enough to hang sheetrock and stuff like that with it. Try to see if I can get a better angle here. Alright. what I'm doing right now is trying to see, so I get hit in the head. Just trying to see how level I can get the wall. I don't want the sheetrock to look in and out and wavy, stuff like that. So the wall itself is got patches that are sticking out a little further and from the top than it is the bottom. But I also got to take in consideration of the frame itself. I don't want to tear this window out and try to reframe all of it. It's just not happening. I don't have the skills in me or the time. But a way of modifying it so the frame, like I said, it'd be a one piece going straight across the wall. And then if I have to build a ledge that comes out flat to the frame. Shouldn't be easy. I might have to rip, because they only come in like 2x4s, 2x6s, or 1x4s, 1x6s, stuff like that. So I can actually take hold of the frame and frame it out to the frame that matches and just rip the size that I need. Because it could be a 1x6, a 1x5 and 3/4 or something like that. So that's a better way of me doing it. Just build a frame, slap it in, make sure it's one smooth, straight wall going across. I might lose, say, about an inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch, something like that. It's not really too bad, but at least it'd be structurally sound. The walls were, like I said, those walls right there are pretty level, the ones I already done. I made sure of it. I went over it, squared them up, reinforced across the top, reinforced across the bottom, joined them together on the other side. So that's basically where I'm at with it. Like I said, there's no set plan laid out, hey, how this side goes. I'm just going to just wing it, make it level, and wish for the best. Well, alright. Well, this is where I'm at. The battery died, so I just started recording again. Up top here is where I'm going to have a bunch of those going across. More support. Bottom's already supported on the other side of that ladder. I don't know if you can see it, but I got one more in the middle to put. But I got it framed out, and I got it where I take this 2x4, if I don't hit myself in the head, and I hold it like this, and it touches there. Let me see, touches all over in the corner, touches there, and it touches on that side. Now the same way it's going to go across the top. Now I already took my level on them, as far as up and down, they are level. From side to side, they do all come out the exact same way, so I will not have no waves in my sheetrock work from the framing. So that's where I'm at. Got to level it up here. Oops, find it by the light. Camera work. Get the best light on it. time I get started, this happens. Yeah, fine. No, not having a nail. Alright, bye-bye. Sorry about that, everyone. That's the way my day goes on. Every day. See, and that doesn't go nowhere. Yes, it does help having a nail gun. This one I got a nail in the way. Let's see if I can get that out of there. Probably not how they all do it, but the house is already built. It's not perfectly level. Been a lot easier if I had an extra hand here. But you do what you can do. this of course, and this one even on the corner. Everything is nailed into the wall. You're not pulling that out. That's perfect for sheetrocking. Sorry if I'm showing plumber's crack, but just the way it is. Let's see. You guys can see all that. Yep. Okay. Now I'm going to put one more down here in the middle. I had to, like I said, this whole concrete goes in and out, and this one goes in and out here too. In order for me to keep the flat, nice wall, I actually cut into. Of course, you guys got to miss it. Just sawed it up, knocked it out with a screwdriver, and I notched, made a nice good little notch in it. Now it goes flush up against the wall, flush up against the ceiling. Like I said, that whole frame over there is done. This frame, I got one more board to put in, and then this one's done. And then as I come back, and I need, I call them nailers. That's where, when you put a piece of sheetrock like this, and then if you cover the whole board up with the sheetrock, you don't have nothing to nail to or screw to with the sheetrock on the outside. So I make sure we have nailers for both sides when they come together, so you can actually mount it in and you don't have to worry about the sheetrock cracking. It gives it a lot more strength and stuff like that. Like I said, this part over here, I'm going to finish knocking that out, and I'm going to finish the wall straight on across. Simple, just go to the floor, go to these rafters, which I don't know if you can see, but I'll make sure of it. Okay. I'll do the same thing, go from the floor up to these rafters, and take that straight on over to the wall, frame that out, that little teeny corner there, and it should be good to go. Well, I guess I'll stop talking about it and just start doing it. I need to cut that board yet, and then start working my way over that way. And yeah, you can use a tape measure, stuff like that, but it's easy. You're just doing it. Just go cut it. Get it over with. Mark it and cut it. I'm going to have to notch this corner out just a little bit. Like I said, it's part of the wall that goes out. Show you how. I just cut some grooves in it, same way I did with the other side. Of course, I usually cut them bigger when I have such a big area. But take a pair of pliers, channel locks, whatever you have, and then just pop right out. And of course I got one little notch. This already has a support beam going across for supporting my windows, and I guarantee you that thing's not going nowhere. These walls are pretty much, they got into there. It's a nice good level wall. Like I said, you always want to do this if you're going to make sure, if you look down a wall, and I don't like imperfections too much, you'll just see the waves in it, up in the corners and stuff. It's So it's pretty simple. Make sure you got a nice good straight board. See? I'm touching here, I'm touching here, touching here. It does stick out from the windows a little bit like this much, all the way around, but that's where the sheetrock guy comes in and puts a nice good layer on there. You'll never see it, never know it was there, unless you watch the video. Alright, I'm going to turn the camera off for a few minutes while I move all this rubble so I can finish that wall. Alright, I got all that junk moved. Always have a good hammer. I already took this board out. Now, I just freed up a lot more space. See what I'm saying? Yeah. Doing this. I got done housework. I don't know if you can see over here, but I got, from that last piece I put on, I've got nails coming in through this way, and I don't want to touch inside. It's still the old plaster and everything, but it's absolutely in perfect condition. All it needs is a good painting inside. I kept the door for this particular one because it's shaped in a particular way, instead of having to have to cut it and everything. So I don't want to destroy any part of this part inside this little closet they have. So what I'll do is I'll come back and I'll take my Sawzall and I'll cut these all the way down. There's only two big ones sticking out, but I'll get them up and out of there. I got this one right here to take out, but I should be able to pull that one out. But I don't have my Sawzall up here with me right now. It's actually downstairs. See what nails I got on the floor. So pull them one up. I need. Occasionally you might wonder, and I'm only doing that because I don't have a tape measure. I do, but it's just as simple just to walk up to it, mark it, and it's done. You know? Pencil it. See, and I got an angle where I would have to take a couple measurements out of it. $20. Sheetrock to hit. Support behind it. Now usually when I build a frame, I build everything on 18-inch. That's maybe like the standard fours and all over here. Plus it equals out to your sheetrock and stuff like that. And there it goes again. Hello? No problem. Where are you looking? What? Oh, okay. Oh, no, not her. Okay, I'll call my brother, tell him to pick you up. Okay, this is where I'm at so far. Those frames are going across. These frames are right. These are beams that are going down. They're supported by the main wall. The bar, I mean the wall that I took out there, the little part of the wall, was nothing bearing. Doesn't seem like a lot, but this is a lot of work, especially when you go by and you've got to get every last little nail out. Which this room is pretty much every nail is out of it. It's framed out. It's ready for insulation up there. Actually, as much as I can get along this whole wall. These walls I'm not going to insulate. It's already got an outside barrier wall and another one, and they're connected to a house. Let's see, make sure this light don't take this out. But all the rest of the framing's done. All the way around, up and over, supported, top and bottom, which is not supporting anything except the rafters. You can't probably see them, but those rafters and all right there. Like I said, they're mainly already supported by this wall. If you could see my hand, that's a bearing wall. So, but doing this by myself, or say about 80% of it by myself, it's really time consuming, it's tedious, but if I can at least accomplish one room ready for somebody to come in and throw sheetrock up, at least I'll feel satisfied that I've done some work, you know. I know I've done a lot of work, but I'm going to come in and I already got this wall framed out. I'm going to frame all around this window next. And then, of course, I still got to tear out the bathroom. I know I just get bored doing the same thing over and over again, tearing out. I like to do something constructive and making me feel like at least I'm getting somewhere. So that room's pretty much ready to be wired, insulated, and then the next phase will be the sheetrock right after that. But just wanted to give you an update on where I'm at. I'm going to come back down again tomorrow after my son's birthday. And then I'll probably throw in the boxes, the junction boxes for the plugs and stuff like that. So you'll see how all that goes up. And then I'll go over each one of them, how I'm doing it and wiring it, stuff like that. But meanwhile, I'm going to try to get, before it gets too dark, I'm going to start trying to work on this wall right here. And then I'll come back. Thanks. Here's some more stuff that a lot of people don't see. Like all these little wooden slats, they all got to come out. Even down here, and then I got a big gap between here and here. So that's where I'm going to base my framing at. Put base down on it, which is 2x3. But meanwhile, I'm going to be tearing like all these slats out so they're not in my way. And then I can get a good, nice, good flush wall again. Like I said, because I don't want the waving. I know I keep repeating myself on certain things, but see how I help myself, I talk myself through it. So. But yeah, all that stuff's got to come out. So I'll turn the camera back on once I get all these tore off of there. and then I'll start getting the framing down. Meanwhile, I'm going to let the battery charge. Let's see, it's dying. Alright, well, sorry everyone, the battery didn't charge up, but I got a little bit of juice in here now. But of course, as you can see out that window, it's getting too late. But I got the top part totally framed and level, and actually worked out pretty good because their top board that's going across this way actually brought every one of those out from corner to corner. So I'll check the bottom, see if the bottom works out luckily that way, but it also gave me something to nail to and put them so much distance apart so it could hit on to the sheetrock. But as you can see, that wall's done, this wall's done. Let me see, I'll turn the light around and blind it. That wall's done. That wall's done. But it's getting too late. But I'm gonna support the whole bottom of that, and that will lock the whole window frame in, so can't fall in or fall out. Give it extra support. Plenty of nailers. Like I said, once again, a nailers for me is for a piece of sheetrock to nail onto, and we just call them nailers. As you can see, like maybe over in this corner. See if I can do this right. Okay, I got this board right here for nailing along this wall, and then I got another board right there for nailing along this wall. Of course, yeah, I got all the little pieces of board out of there. It was along the wall already. So I've got to call it a night. It's getting too late. Can't be hammering, sawing, and using a nail gun. I don't know what the neighbors are already complaining. So until next time, see ya.